Are those new underwear? That's nice.
No, they're old, but thanks for noticing. Bob's are once in a lifetime.
I love that.
This video and all content is made possible by our Patreon subscribers. For $3 a month, you can help keep the lights on here at From North to Wharf. Thank you for your ongoing support. And if you would like your own From North to Wharf merchandise, head to fromnorthtowharf.threadless.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I am Mike, and as you can see, it's just me tonight. You're hanging out with just me. JB had some things he needed to take care of, so I, of course, am taking the reins on this ship that we call From North to Wharf here, bringing you the latest information, the latest news. We're discussing the new episode of Bob's, of course, and kind of just whatever comes up. Anyone else silent? Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, God. Christine scared the shit out of me. Okay. But yeah, just me tonight. So yeah, we're gonna hang out. It's gonna be fun, very chill discussion tonight. Sorry, I'm getting my notes in order. Should I have done this beforehand? Yeah, maybe, but I didn't. So here we are. Hope you all are doing well. It is July 7th. Hopefully you all had a safe 4th of July if you indeed celebrated. For us on this end, July means San Diego Comic-Con. Comic-Con, it's the 7th now. In 12 days, we will be boots down in San Diego, getting ready with the folks over at Toddland. So, touchdown on Monday. Tuesday is build day. You've heard us talk about this for weeks now. JB is currently putting together our giveaways, which they're going to be woodchucks this year at the fan meetup. So, that's going to be fun. Hey, RVA, Christine, David, hello. JZG, hello. OMG, what's OMG? What are you OMGing about? But yeah, there's so much to do and so little time to do it. 2 weeks to, yeah, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. At this point, it's 12 days. 12 days until we're in. It really doesn't hit you until you say it out loud. 12 days until we're in San Diego. And that's going to be exciting. Chatting with our friends over at Toddland, of course, they did reveal they have one of their new properties this year is going to be What We Do in the Shadows. So there'll be some What We Do in the Shadows merch. We thought initially maybe that this was a way to announce a spinoff or something to do with like a brand new show within that world, but it's not. They just love the show. Toddland and them love the show, so they're going to be doing some merch for it, which should be really cool. Yeah, every year they just seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're lucky enough to be able to come along for the ride. JZG, I touched down Wednesday. I got my UTI chili outfit for the meetup. Oh, dope. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts in the best way possible. We're very excited. Let's see, what have we done on our end? Stickers have been ordered. Woodchucks are being made. JB has made progress on the cookbook that you all know about that we've been teasing here for quite a while. I got to see some of the finished pages, and it looks really good. I think it's in the final steps of being reviewed right now, and I think they're going to print this week. Exciting. Excited to follow along for your updates here. Yeah, RVA. If you're not, follow us on Instagram because that's where all the updates will be. Um, we will do our normal Monday stream, the Monday that we're there. Uh, just so because Monday there's really not anything happening. I think me, JB, and Adam all get in on Monday. I think Todd and the crew get in on Monday too. But I don't think we're doing anything. Perhaps a dinner, but we'll try to do a our normal stream on Monday. Um, Probably just previewing everything that's going to be happening within that week. Showing off the stuff that we're going to be doing for the fan meetup. Um, and then we also have the rave on Thursday, which is going to be fun, put on by our buddy Robert Download Jr. What else? They got the Bob's Burgers panel, which hasn't been announced yet. So we don't know what day or time that is, but I do know if anybody here, other than JZG, of course, is going to be at Comic-Con, the fan meetup will be Friday the 25th, July 25th. In fact, I have my notes right here. Friday, July 25th at noon at the Hilton San Diego Bayfront on the second floor, which is right next to the Indio Ballroom, um, where they house the Bob's Burgers panel. So everything will be right in that general area, so it should be fun. Yeah, beyond that, what else do I have here? Toddland reveals what we do in the shadows. Did that. San Diego Comic Con countdown. Did that. Yeah, still no word on any bento related panels yet. That means we haven't heard anything on Bob's, haven't heard anything on Great North or any of the other bento shows. But safe to assume Bob's will be there. Crapopolis, I assume, is going to be there. Universal Basic Guys. Essentially, all the shows that have been renewed, we assume will have some kind of presence there. We have seen the wraps for the trains, the trolleys down in San Diego, and the Animation Domination Hulu one. We previewed about 2 weeks back at this point, but it has all the shows to include the Great North. At this point, from what we're being told, the status of the Great North is still in the air. There has been no decision made on it as of yet. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Sorry if you hear me sniffling. I got the sniffles. But yeah, there's still no word on the Great North. Don't know what that means. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But unless there's word of it getting canceled, I guess that's good news. Fan meetup, did all that information there. Hopefully we're getting something season 16 of LVQ. We'll definitely get news on season 16 at Comic-Con. I don't think they'll announce anything beforehand, mainly because episodes of season 15 will still be showing at that point, and they've already announced season 16 is happening. If it's anything like last year's, they'll announce the season proper. They'll give us a rundown of some of the guest voices that we'll hear. We may see some animatics of some of the episodes coming up. My guess for this year is we'll see a snippet of episode 300, which should be airing at this point. It may be the beginning of season 16, but I'll get all into that here in a second. Actually, I'll get into it right now. So right now, we just crossed over season 15. Okay, season 15, episode 16. We do have 17 and 18 already ready to go for this week and next. And then from there, that'll bring us to 18 episodes. If we're doing a normal run of 22, let's say 18, 19, 20, 21, 4 more episodes, that will put us at 290. That's 298. If we're doing a full run of 22 episodes, that's 298 episodes, meaning 299 and 300. Perhaps that could be a double episode season premiere for 16, maybe. Kind of like how they tail ended season, was it 13 with the um, Blade Runner episode. Maybe they could do that with episodes 299 and 300. I don't know. But that's just a theory that I've been kicking around because I don't think they're doing any more than 22 because that would be the normal run. And right now, the Futon Critic, take it for what it's worth, has episodes up until August 14th, which is 1, 2, 3 past where we are now. So that would be 16, 17, 18, 19. That would make it 21 episodes if that is where the season's ending. But I don't know. Maybe if Aaron is in chat or shows up tonight, maybe he can let us know what's going on with that. But we don't know how many episodes are this season. But it's not going to be too much more. In fact, I know a lot of folks are haven't mentioned it, but we've gotten more episodes this season than we have the last couple ones. And I think that'll be the last. This will be the last time we get that many episodes because after this, it's was it 15 episodes a season for the next 4 seasons? Should be interesting, but yeah. You doubt that 300 would be a 2-parter? Why is that? Why? Give me a reason why. It's a big momentous episode. Momentous. It's a big episode to celebrate. It could be a 2-parter, but it could equally not be a 2-parter, I suppose. Let's see. That's all the real news that I got. So yeah, I guess we have one new episode to discuss this week. That is season 15, episode 16, The Shell Game. Bob competes in a bachelor-style competition to inherit Mr. Fishoder's 100-year-old giant tortoise. Let's see, what are my notes here? Okay, so essentially, episode starts. Mr. Fishoder approaches the Belchers to invite them to the birthday party, the 100-year birthday celebration of Ulysses Fishoder, the Fishoder's tortoise. I guess it's mostly Calvin's tortoise since Felix is in the competition. I guess. Will the 300 make us cry? I'm going to say there will be moments that I'll tell you this much. In the past, we have known things. When I say we, JB and myself, we have known little tidbits of things here and there. We know nothing about 300 that hasn't already been announced. But given the story that they're going to tell, given who's writing it, I don't doubt that there's going to be some emotional scenes in the episode. Will it make you cry? I guess that depends on you and what triggers for you, but maybe. Lauren Bashard is writing the episode, so he usually gets a lot of the emotional ones. And I believe Nora's helping him as well, maybe. But yeah, I believe this is a Lauren episode, which are usually the heavy emotional ones. But yes, so Mr. Fishoder invites the Belchers. Amongst those invited are Randolph, who I can't remember if we saw on Escape to Witch Island, but I know we saw in the Last Gingerbread House on the Left episode. We have Ian Ambrose, of course, which was the animal talent agent. I think last time we saw him was with Mr. Business and him trying to get with Gail. I think he was trying to get with Gail. I think they thought he was trying to get with Gail. Just watch as we could get a Lily cameo as a ghost in 300. That would be a terrible idea. To have Lily as a ghost, that would be a terrible idea. And I believe it's going to be a flashback episode, so absolutely no way are they going to do a ghost. But again, I asked, why do you doubt it could be a 2-parter? Okay, so yeah, among the folks who are at the party, you have Randolph, Ian Ambrose, Bailey Cornwallis, who is a romantic partner or was in the past of Calvin, and of course Felix, who is a little up in arms because it's also his birthday, which nobody seems to care, and I'm not sure why Felix is there competing as well. I assume it's a backup in case Bob didn't come through. And that way Calvin could kind of cook the books and make Felix win. But that's just pure speculation. Also, for the record, monoocular aphelia, which Bailey says she has because Calvin's her type of guy and one eye and all that stuff. Yeah, monoocular aphelia isn't a thing. I googled it; it's not a thing. So yeah, there throughout the three events, it'll be determined who becomes the sole guardian for Ulysses. So we see like the contestants all have a carrot in their mouth, and Bailey has to come to, or not Bailey, Ulysses has to come to them. There's one where he's kicking the soccer ball, and if he kicks it to you, obviously there's a connection. There's stand up comedy because apparently Ulysses has a great sense of humor, mostly because I doubt that they would do a double episode that night. Also, questioning whether or not 299 will be part one and 300 part two. What? Okay, so wait, you doubt that they would do a double episode that night, then you also question whether or not 299 will be a part one and 300 will be a part two. So you do think it could be a two-parter, or you don't think it could be a two-parter? Because they've done two-parters before. We have two seasons that have ended on two-parters, so there's nothing to say that a season can't begin on a two-parter. Well, yeah, that's a two-parter. Yeah, 299, 300. That's two parts. We're not going to do an hour-long episode. Yeah, so we're saying the same thing. Okay. Um, yes. So there's a soccer event. During the soccer event, we found out that Randolph, he's actually there so he can harvest the stem cells from Ulysses. I guess in a misguided venture to maintain his youth, even though he's quite old. I guess the reasoning is Ulysses is 100, and he must hold the secret to eternal youth. So he's going to extract the stem cells from Ulysses and insert them into his scrotum, which apparently he has a large one of. Um, sure, I guess that's crazy rich people thinking. But we come to find that essentially everybody but Felix has an ulterior motive. Ian wants to make money off of him. Bailey wants to put him on her nature preserve and hunt him. Sure. But I can't remember why Felix. Again, I assume because I don't think Felix really wants to hurt him. He's just kind of mad that they're sharing a birthday and nobody gives a rip that it's his birthday. Um, but yeah, at this point, Bob isn't really doing the best. He's kind of doesn't want to be there. He doesn't understand why he's there. Even if they win, where are they going to keep the torch? They got a small place. And then they find out about the money, but Bob's still not on board with it. And then the kids, in an attempt to sway the results, kind of line Bob's pockets with what is it again? Dandelion leaves. Dandelion leaves, to kind of coax Ulysses over to him so that he would win, uh, and I guess get the stipend. Luis kind of wants to ride the turtle as well, which I don't think just even in a real world sense, that turtle's not pulling her anywhere. Yeah. So thinking back is probably okay. So we're just not going to answer my question. Okay. Okay. The kids, yada yada yada. So when we kind of get to the end and it's determined that Bob's the winner, Calvin then reveals like, "Hey, I kind of wanted you to win the whole time. That's why I kind of rigged it with all these shitty people," which doesn't really make sense to me because what if they won? Um, was Calvin just going to give the turtle to one of those other people? Uh, and then why wouldn't like, it doesn't make sense to me, and hopefully maybe one of you can explain it to me and make it make sense. But like Calvin didn't rig it in any way to make Bob win. And if the kids weren't there to rig the game, then Bob never would have won because Bob wasn't going to go out of his way to win because he has no place to keep the tortoise. So it's just happenstance that Bob and the family won. So I don't understand. And then why, why run the risk of losing the tortoise out of the fish owner's name? Like, why not just hand it down to Felix? I get it. Felix isn't the best at anything. Um, but Calvin could still hold on to it. Calvin's not that old. Felix could do it. But then again, I suppose Felix is the no, because we still have Grover floating around somewhere. So there are heirs to the throne, I suppose. But I mean, just keep it in the family. And if you don't want to keep it in the family, then why do you care where it goes? I do love Bob quickly got obsessed over tours. Yeah, he was gonna get a tattoo. He was gonna get everything. Hmm. Because fish eater knows that Bob would say no. Bob said no tons of times. No, I get that, but why does he care where it goes then? Why wouldn't he just keep it? There's unless I missed something, was there something that's saying Calvin couldn't keep the tortoise? Some of those people, it's Randolph, for example, is probably just as old as Calvin. So why couldn't Calvin just keep the tortoise? Yeah, the more I think about it, the more this doesn't make sense. Hmm. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Not at all. Maybe because he's special. Who's special? The tortoise? He ain't that special. He's just a tortoise. He's just an old tortoise. Um. Yeah, I'm struggling to understand why Calvin felt like he needed to give it up. All I said is because it was in the script. Hey, JZG, that's as good as any reason that I could be given. So at the end of the day, it's a cartoon. I'm overthinking it. Um, but it doesn't make much sense when you really think about it. Um, but then again, we get turns out that Inga actually wants to take care of Ulysses, but she didn't realize that until Bob became the winner, and then it became really real that she was going to lose him. So she was going to go back to Switzerland, and she was going to do what she wanted to do. Uh, Calvin was going to let her go because he is Calvin, and he didn't really care. He just kind of wanted the, I guess he wanted the tortoise out of his hair. Maybe he didn't want the tortoise to begin with, but then why would you give a shit that Bob had it? I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me, and not because it was in the script. I'm gonna have to ask the writers. Um, but yeah, question is why didn't Inga jump into the competition? Because she didn't realize she wanted Ulysses until a winner was declared. She got clueless. She Alicia Silverstone. What the fuck is this? She got Alicia Silverstone. She didn't realize that she wanted something until somebody else had it. So that's why she didn't jump in because she didn't realize until there was a winner, which was Bob. Um, but yeah, that's gonna bother me as to why Calvin set this all up to begin with. Is gonna irritate the piss out of me. But all in all, I thought it was a solid episode. Was it? Let me see. Going back through the episodes of this season, was it one of my favorites? Um, I'd say it's middle of the road as far as the episodes that we've gotten this season. It is a good episode. I will say it is probably one of my favorite end credits. I do love when Kevin gets to sing, and this was a great song that involved the rest of the family too. She's a turtle queen. We finally get to see Luis ride the Ulysses, and the song in Kevin's voice and the music and everything. It's really loungy, very much of vibe, and I think it was really good. And I've listened to that, and we'll probably post it on our Instagram. But I've listened to that end credits multiple times. It's so good. I honestly didn't like the episode because whenever he asks Bob for anything, it ends badly, or they almost get into some kind of danger all the way back to season 4 or 5. Yeah, well, that's kind of part and parcel with doing business with the rich. Calvin's always going to put Bob in a position to either like succeed or put him in a position to get hurt, I suppose, for his own amusement. Um, but I do think that Calvin does like Bob. Um, yeah, I don't think he would like put him in a position to like really get like killed, but I do think he does like Bob. That's why he keeps going back to him. Then he can dangle like free rent in front of him because I don't think that's enough for Pesto. Could be, but yeah, I think Bob's very quick to say yes. None of it, lackluster. This one was okay, but there were definitely better ones this season. Yeah, I would say it's middle of the road. Solid, but middle of the road. Um, let's see. Next episode, I am looking forward to Wild Stallions, uh, mainly because it's written by my buddy. So that's always fun when your friends are able to do some really cool things like this. Wild Stallions. It is episode 17 of season 15. Tina's lost book of semi-erotic horse historical fiction lands in the hands of a mysterious stranger with nefarious intentions. I don't know who that could be. Um, I pray to God we're not getting a new character. Only because that means now we have to fucking deal with a new character and all the baggage that comes with that. Because if you only get them for one episode, then it's going to be like, oh Jesus, we want more, blah 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 blah. So I hope it's not a new character we're introducing. I hope it's somebody we've seen in the past that we haven't seen in a while, maybe. But I don't know who Tina's like. I don't know Tina's arch nemesis beyond like Tammy, who we haven't seen in a minute, would do anything to her like this. S- So I don't know. I don't know who it could be beyond Tammy, but she's already tried to do this with her erotic friend fiction way back when, like season 2, was it? I can't quite remember. Cello. That was those guns were aimed at the houses. They weren't aimed at each other. Yeah. Hey, Starbase. Yeah, you're catching us on closer to the tail end. But yeah, hello. But yeah, I'm hoping it's somebody we haven't seen in a while. But I hope it's not like you said, Yahoo. I hope it's not predictable like Tammy, because that's just too easy. But I don't know who it could be. I'm going back through all the seasons. I don't recall um, Tina really having anyone mad at her or a nemesis. I mean, perhaps the that dancer kid who was jealous of her, but he goes to a different school. Um, I mean, there's always Sasha. Um, I don't know. I don't know who it could be. I mean, I could just ask, but I don't think he'd tell me. Her major enemy is definitely Tammy. Yeah, but like, let's see. Given lands in the hands of a mysterious stranger with nefarious intentions. Mysterious stranger. That is it a stranger to her, a stranger to us? Um, I wonder if this is going to be a thing where it's a stranger only in the sense that she doesn't know who it is, but then the reveal happens and we know who it is. Um, but I don't know who it could be beyond Tammy. I don't know anybody who kind of has it out for Tina like that. Only nemesis would be anyone in Troop 257, but I doubt that'd be the case. I don't know. I don't think it'd be anybody in 257, mainly because they're kind of kept to Thunder Girl episodes. They don't really venture outside the confines of Thunder Girls. Um, So I don't know. It wouldn't be an adult because that would just be mean. Um, could say Chelsea, but I seriously doubt she has a grudge against Tina. She is her from the Great North. God, if we could just get more Great North, that would be fantastic. Um, but yeah, I honestly don't know who this nefarious stranger for Tina could be. So I am excited. Been excited for this episode ever since Brian posted it on his Instagram there. Um, and let's see. So that episode airs on Tuesday or Thursday of this week. And hopefully, fingers crossed, next week, whether it's for a live or sometime next week, we'll be sitting down with the writer of the episode, Brian Wiley, and talking to him about the whole process of writing the episode, from idea to screen, um, and just the whole process. And that should be fun. If we're doing it on a live, we'll let everybody know. Hopefully, we can do it on next Monday's live, but we'll see because we also have a new episode to discuss. Um, but yeah, that should be real fun. Maybe it might be a pre-recorded thing. Again, Comic Con's coming up, and everyone's schedules are a little screwed right now. But we'll see. Maybe a plot twist is someone who's super friendly to Tina, but then why would they turn on her? It's a turtle from her milk kiss. But I don't know. It's yeah, it'll be fun. I remember when we first got the announcement of this episode and the cover art and the name, me and JB kind of thought maybe it had something to do with like horse figures and stuff. But so we were totally off base. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, the twist is twisty. But I do know the writer, and I do know what he enjoys, and he's a big horror guy. So if anybody can pull off a nice surprise, I think it'll be him. Um, Maybe they didn't know. Da, 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 da. But yeah, that's gonna be real fun. And that's next week's episode. We don't have any new Great North until I believe it's July 17th, I think is what it is. Yeah, I believe July 17th, the Great North will be back with new episodes. Um, so until then, we're kind of just waiting to finish off that season and see what Comic Con brings us for any potential news on the future of that. Is a Great North coming back this week? Next week, the 17th. Um, yeah, the 17th, which is not this Thursday, but next Thursday. 2 Thursdays, whenever the 17th is. So yeah, 10 days from now. 10 days from now, the Great North returns. But yeah, that's kind of all I had to discuss tonight. Like I said, it's just me tonight. JB has some things he needs to take care of, so of course I am driving this boat tonight. But is there anything y'all would like to discuss before we kind of wrap this up here? These episodes don't usually last as long when there's just one of us here. So, but yeah, is there anything you all would like to discuss, chit chat, theorize about? Is there anything? Let's see, how can I put this? Is there anything coming up for San Diego Comic Con that you all would like us to check out while we're there? Anything you'd like a little more closer? Like, doesn't have to be Bob's Burgers because, like I said, we're there for the entire week, so we're able to check some things out. If there's anything that you are all like, hey, that'd be nice if we can get a close up look on that stuff. Also, Mike, watching you and JB play Fortnite was very, very boring. I lacked audio descriptions, so then don't watch. Oh. Oh, don't watch. Hey, it's not our fault. If there was a new episode to discuss, we would have discussed it. But no, we were playing Fortnite, so there's nothing to do. We could have just skipped the stream altogether, but again, it was easier for us to fart around on Fortnite. Plus, the new Bob skin was out, so we had to do that, of course. We posted clips here and there, but yeah, we're trying to get some folks to play with us, but it appears that nobody plays Fortnite. I don't give a shit about Fortnite, but the Bob skin was enough for me to play a completely free game. So Spent a little money on the skin, but that was fine. It was like $18. But here's the kicker: you can't get it anymore. It's gone. So if you didn't get it already, you're shit out of luck. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, not much to really get into. T-minus 12 days till we bring you all the madness from San Diego. Special guests, maybe. Wink, maybe. Surprises, maybe. Wink, maybe. Maybe some giveaways to those in the chat, maybe. But there'll be a lot. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't discuss, mainly because we're getting things together. But it is this month, especially for us, is a lot. We're just a 2-man team here, and it's just so much. But I think it would be cooler if they had set it in Bob's Universe. Be kind of cool running around the town. Oh, they're not going to do that on Fortnite. You guys be posting from the rave? Yeah, we'll do a live stream from the rave. Yeah, we'll toss on the live. I'm not much of a raver myself. In fact, I'm not a raver at all. But yeah, we'll go live so you guys can see what's going on there. Oh, one thing I did want to show off to everyone, not in a douchey shitty way, but a little something I got in the mail that y'all might enjoy. One of these. How cool is that? Pretty cool. If it were in Minecraft, I definitely would have played. Oh, Minecraft sucks. Minecraft sucks. And so did the movie. But yeah, that's it's a Moon Tarot card. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Great quality. Signed by the artist, which is very lovely. Came with a little handwritten note too, which is very nice. You don't really get those these days, so that was very cool. Very nice of the artist to do that. At least not Roblox. Roblox sucks too. Got my neck gaiter for Comic-Con. I'm going to try my damnedest not to get COVID again this year, but we'll see. But yeah, there you go. Your official for North Dwarf neck gaiter. Don't worry, I'm wearing a mask underneath the gaiter. This is just a covering for the mask. But yeah, I don't know. Unless y'all got anything, we'll kind of go ahead and wrap this up for the night. But I'll hang out for a second, see if anybody has any questions, concerns, complaints, and all that fun stuff. But yes, also, for those of you who will be following us on Instagram for live updates from San Diego, be sure to, let's see, when you go to Instagram, let's see, North to Wharf. First, obviously, you need to be following us, but you need to click that little bell in the top corner. So whenever we go live, you'll know. You'll know. That way you don't miss anything. So if you wanted to see things live, if you wanted to ask us questions as things were happening, if you want to say, hey, turn around, I need to see something real quick, we can do that for you all in real time. And then, yeah, that's really it. As far as the live goes, since we will be in San Diego, it'll be there'll be a time difference. They're 3 hours behind us, but I don't know if that means we're going to be doing 8 p.m. there. It's really just when we can get around to doing it. We may do it earlier in the afternoon. We may do it midday from San Diego. If we did a 5 p.m., that would be our normal 8 p.m. stream time here. But either way, we'll make a post letting folks know when we're going to go live the Monday of Comic-Con. I see if there's any Avatar, The Last Airbender stuff there. I remember from last week how much you don't like or understand it. Yeah, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. But if you all want to see it, then Yeah, I'll swing by and see what I can find. We'll post it for you. Because again, I know a lot of folks aren't as fortunate enough to be able to do what we do. So if we can bring a little bit of San Diego to you all, then of course we will. Oh, hey, Marlena. Hope y'all are doing well. But yeah, that's really all I got for tonight, folks. So um, we'll hang till 8:45. Don't forget to take some time for yourselves. That's the thing, RVA, and that's the thing. So I've done Comic Con. This will be my third time. JB's fourth time. Um, Comic Con for us is different than it is for like a normal folks to go with. Um, so like folks line up for like Hall H and they go to all the panels and they do X, Y, and Z. So a lot of their time is spent in lines and stuff. For us, in particular, we get up in the morning, we'll go to the Toddland booth, we'll get ready for the day. We usually do a half shift. From there, we just walk the con floor. We take in all the sights and sounds. And really, by the time preview night rolls around on Wednesday, we've already seen everything. So the rest of the week is just hanging out with our friends. It's just hanging out with our friends, seeing folks we haven't seen in a year at that point. Just walking around, just grabbing good food, just seeing all the fun stuff. So we don't really hit up like Hall H or panels beyond like the Bob's panel, mainly because we're too busy at the booths, just hanging out, having fun. And as vendors, our vendor badge, like it says vendor, it says our name, it says vendor, it says who we're with. We don't really it. I don't know if we're not allowed to, but it's definitely frowned upon for us to like get in line for like meet and greets and stuff. Just because like that's for the fans. And we're there as a business as vendors. Um, so, like, sometimes we'll see folks passing by, especially, like, when we're setting up, like, one year Kevin Smith came by and said, "Hey." Um, so sometimes we'll see folks like that. Last year, the Bob's Cast came by the booth, and, unfortunately, we were at the meetup, but our buddy Adams and Master Flash, he hung back and he got to meet the cast, so sometimes cool stuff like that'll happen. But, yeah, usually we don't stand in line for things. We let the fans have that kind of fun. So, but yeah, if you've been to one convention, you've been to them all. This is just on a much bigger scale. But it's always fun. It's always fun. And just hanging out with your friends for a week. It's like a nerd summer camp. It's so much fun. I'm so excited that Toddling gets to do. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know what they're doing. Um, we just know that they're doing stuff. Um, yeah, so it's going to be exciting. They're putting all the stuff together now. In fact, we haven't seen any of the designs for Comic Con. We haven't seen anything. Um, yeah, so it's going to be real fun. We'll probably be seeing some things. Let's see, maybe the week before Comic Con, they may start teasing stuff out. Um, but yeah, I know there's some Toddland announcements to be made, and I will let them make those announcements. But yeah, next week should be really interesting for a lot of things, especially where we're involved. So yeah, I think this is a good place enough to wrap it up. So yeah, this has been from the Great North to Wonder Warfare, unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information and animation and entertainment information. As always, I am Mike. JB should be back next week. If not, maybe we'll have a filler guest. But until next time, good night. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Oh, yeah, goodbye.